Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium with me, Bring It On. Let's check out this door.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
The concrete structure looks military in origin, over half a century old at least, but sturdily built.
Alright, let's walk away. So we just have 2 to interfacing. Not great. I can make that 3. Yeah, I don't see us making this check right now. So, we'll come back to that later. Don't want to try it right now because it is a red check, so we won't get another shot at it. The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts a long shadow over you. Yeah, where that dead body's at. I feel bad not inspecting it right away. But I'd really rather have Kim around for something like that. Cigarette butts clean away under a rock. Brand Tumutiri? Someone made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. Hey, a new tie. Or a scented scarf. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance, where the post trail toward. Toward what? Alright. We got new clothes. So this light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. So +1 shivers, a springtime cold, and -2 physical instrument allergies. You take a mental note. Tumutiri seems important somehow. Keep forgetting to put these on and actually walk around with them on for just a split second. See if we get any new thoughts. Doesn't seem like we're going to, so let's swap everything back. So it's only 6:15. I'm trying to kill time until 9 p.m. I'm going to talk to some people. Well, I guess we can check out the church. Let's do that first. Then we can go talk to some people in the village.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Take another look at the boring padlock, for absurdity's sake.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Yeah, inspect the staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
You try to peel off the sticker without ripping it.
Your hands are clammy from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away.
Alright, gracefully let the lock go.
The lock clanks against the door, cold and heavy.
Rattle the doors to see if they open.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
Alright, let's equip our crowbar, our pry bar.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height.
Alright, hold on. Rip off our shirt Hulk Hogan style, and let's see. Do I have any way to boost my physical instrument? Nope, nope. That gives us +1, but we get +2 for not wearing a shirt at all, so...
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Apply some official force on the padlock.
You jam the pry bar between the lock and the staple and apply force. Your biceps bulge from the strain. The metal creaks and squeals. The pathetic old wood, rusty screws, and one nail stand no chance against the forces of leverage. From deep within, a bellow rips.
Rarg.
Suddenly, the pry bar snaps. Metal shavings fly everywhere. The upper half, between the lock and the staple, falls to the ground with a thunk.
What? Look at the broken tool in your hand.
The broken edge of the snapped pry bar is smooth. Took the tip right off.
The heck? How's this even possible?
Your muscles do not know. This shouldn't happen. You're sure the wood looked weak.
I broke the pry bar. Where do I get a new one?
The church does not reply. The wood now seems less rotten. The screws and one nail almost shimmer with perseverance. This was surely just a freak accident.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Well, we have another skill point, so if I wanted to get that sticker, I could try that again. Don't know if it's worth putting another point into interfacing, though. We don't see a lot of interfacing checks. Though there is that door leading to that bunker up north. I'm gonna go against my better judgment here and put a point into... Well, hold on now. No, hold on. Maybe composure. We'll hold off on it for right now. You know what? Let's go over and talk to these fine gentlemen in the tent. I was gonna go back to the village and talk to some people, but I think maybe talking to these people will be a better option.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you, distracted. I said, you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I should, and I do. Point at your hat.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
She has to think of something to say. I have one authority. Shoot, if I didn't have all this stuff equipped. Because I have a lot of equipment that's reducing my authority. Let's see. Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pain expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. What's your name?
Acele.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
She hesitates.
A very common name.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
She breathes on her freezing fingers. And the wires.
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah? Any news of my wife's name? How about my mother?
No. You're welcome.
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
She's confused. No, I mean the boxer, Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
Sounds like such a dad question.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
You know, Contact Mike doesn't just beat people up. Contact Mike is a role model.
An entire litany spews forth.
Yes, you heard that right. Did you try to be more like Contact Mike? Successful? No. Yeah, no, screw that. On second thought, screw Contact Mike. He's not a champion. You are. Look at you here in front of a saggy tent, picking your nose to drug addict music. The world of sports is in awe of your faith and dedication.
Man, you are one weird cop.
This isn't about me. It's about you. No. I'd say I'm just about normal. Now about that Mike. Not Mike. Mike.
You do understand it all just sounds like Mike to me, right?
Where do you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from. The Elysium.
What's the Elysium?
Oh man. You haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
She forgets herself for a moment.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person.
She looks you over, assessing your age. I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock, in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hostel room.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
She squints her eyes for a second, trying to remember something, then lets go of it. Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
She scratches her forehead. Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Yeah, give her your hat. Here. You need this more than I do.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. Want my jacket? Start taking it off.
No, man, fuck that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
Alright then.
She's shivering a bit.
You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Elysium, that's for sure.
She nods toward the church. And then she pauses. The boys.
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold?
Yep. They were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
She squints her eyes a little. Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become, like, a club for Nordic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Elysium. Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As the mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. What is Nordic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments. Like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
She nods towards the sloping mass of wood on the coast, then shivers.
Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're a cop, right?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
She hesitates. I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
She points to the tent. Enough about the church then. I had another question.
Go ahead.
Actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
She turns her attention back to the recording device. Alright, empathy. And we give away... Well, good. I didn't give away this hat, thank goodness. Alright, so let's give me +1 empathy. Alright, this might be enough.
Hello again.
Hey, it's a coin toss. The girl looks up at you for a moment before turning back to her work. Tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
I'm going to do this again because we also have that empathy check with Kuno, and I'm interested in succeeding that at some point, so I don't mind putting another point into... Oh man, where's it? There it is. Empathy for right now.
Hello again.
Let's try that again.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry I have to sit here on the ice, feeling miserable. At your age, or at any age, in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It is not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
Her shoulders shake a little. Yeah, I'm once again reminded of how Contact Mike rose from the slums of Saint Baptiste to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming. Nothing he would knock out in 3 rounds. The real fight is for the right attitude.
I can't believe this turned into another Mike thing. Fine. Okay, I'll stick to it. I'll knock it out in 3 rounds.
She takes the device from you and places it in her lap.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
After a moment of silence, she speaks again. You said eating me. There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
She shakes her head slowly. I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
She listens intently. You people just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress?
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable, is all.
Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I told you, I'm highly distressed by the state of affairs.
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They're written in a woman's hand. And oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
She appears to believe you. I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
She rubs her sides for warmth. Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Wait, what do you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk, I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What is this Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
You know, I'm not sure this made things better, or any better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, actually. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
She nods.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
Alright, that's it for now.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
So Encyclopedia passives give plus 10 XP and plus 2 real. That is really, really good. So we get a ton of Encyclopedia passive checks. Might suit a suggestion, but I've hardly seen this come up. Pretentious wanker. So yeah, I think this one's worth keeping around. That's really good. It's a lot of easy XP. Alright, I think I'm gonna call the episode here, and the next one we'll talk to the guys in the tent, and hopefully that kills enough time so that we can go back, do karaoke, and check out that conceptualization check on the wall at night. So those are the two things I want to do before we get, call it a night. I might go back to the bookstore. I mean, I have to pay for a place to sleep. So I'm interested in getting that one Heimdall Man book that we passed the check for, because I think there was an Inland Empire check. It's like, hey, you don't want to read this. So I think it's going to lead to another clue about the woman that we spoke to on the phone, actually. So, I don't know. A lot of options. Not sure what to do yet. Either way, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.